Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time zone you may be watching this. But I want to preface this by saying that I am not a drama tuber, I am not a drama channel, nor am I a reaction channel. So I just wanted to get my 2 cents on this situation regarding Sinder right now, which a lot of people are kind of talking about. And if you've been in the VTuber scene for as long as I have been, it's kind of crazy to think that there are 9 documents against this particular person. I will not link them for obvious reasons. I will link the main response by Sinder herself and a response by Bao and Shylily because they're the ones that are mainly affected. But a few people were wondering what my personal thoughts are on it. And I figure I may as well talk about this before I talk about my updates. So just to get out the way, no, I don't agree with what Sinder did. I will say that what she did will have ripples in the VTubing community, with the big quotes around community, because honestly, like, we're just a collective of VTubers just doing our things, you know, like some people more so than others, some in their own cliques or corporations, blah 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 blah, you know, stuff like that. But one common sentiment that's going on in the current quote unquote community is a lot of people feel that trust is now broken and it'd be harder to trust people. So if you watch up to this point, my main takeaway and my main point of all of this is it doesn't take away trust. If you have friends right now, continue to trust your friends, you know. If you have a significant other or whatever, continue to trust your significant other. Like, what she did will have ripples. And yes, it does kind of suck, especially if you look up to her, which I know a lot of people did. I know a really good friend of mine looked up to her. And, you know, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't affect us directly because Sinder doesn't know who the fuck you are. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't care about anybody but those that are close to her, you know? And I know it's kind of blunt to say, and at the same time, but it's like, she doesn't care about us. She doesn't even know who we are, you know? So it can't break trust when she doesn't directly affect us, you know? So I just want to say, like, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's like your hero or heroes are turned out to be I'll just say it, turned out to be a piece of shit. But like, just focus on you at this point, you know? Like, you want to have people to look up to, have people to be inspired by. There's plenty of VTubers out there that does that. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. If you just Google how many VTubers are, even with the inaccurate number, it's still pretty accurate to say there's literally tens of thousands of us out there. You could find someone else to look up to, even if they're smaller than you. Just don't worry about this situation, you know? It sucks. I feel for Bao and Shylily, but it's a situation that happened, and now we got to move past it. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about, you know? Because if you still, like, support them, then that kind of tells people where your morals lay, you know? Especially after you read some responses that I will link down below, just so it's easier to, like, understand context of what I'm talking about. But honestly, like, it's a big situation that happens. Kind of like Gur's graduation is pretty much going to be felt for a long time in the community, even if, you know, say she does pop back up or she reincarnates or goes back to something, you know, like, even then it's still going to be like one of the biggest VTubers and someone that pretty much everybody knows of and about in some capacity. Even if you aren't into VTubers, is graduating, that's a big deal, you know? But with Sinder, like, at this point, if you're one of the VTubers that feel like trust is broken or you feel like you can't trust anybody anymore, don't feel that way. I understand, and other people understand as well, but at this point, she doesn't care about us, you know? Like, hell, she even says it herself, basically. She was basically out there to hurt people in the process of growing. And as I say, like, you could do that if you want. The more power to you. You want to be an asshole, go for it. But it's going to be lonely as fuck at the top, you know? and she's about to find out, and that's all I can say about that, you know? Like, she fucked around, she found out, and the story with that. So at this point, just go about your business, continue to trust your friends, continue to believe in people that you're with, you know? Because honestly, it doesn't change the friendships that you did have and that you did make. Because I can understand, like, especially because of what I am, it's like hard to make friends, you know? And people will automatically hate you out the gate, even regardless of what you do. So it's just like, whatever, you know? But every day in our life, we have to run the risk of getting backstabbed. That's just part of life. But you can't go on living life worrying about that, you know? So, like I said, just really, it'll be all right, okay? And I know it went on for a little bit longer than I intended, but I just wanted to share my thoughts because people were asking me, and I figured since I'm already preparing the stream for tomorrow, I may as well just do a little quick update. And speaking of, yes, I got my 2 streams scheduled for tomorrow, which would be the HoloCure stream that I pushed back. And I pushed back purely because I wanted to watch Mume's last 2 streams. So I apologize about that. But she has been one of my inspirations for a while, you know. So I wanted to really see her off, basically. So I apologize, but my streams are up tomorrow. And it's also Streets of Rage as well. So I will see you guys then. And like I said, just keep doing your thing. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. You know, and if you looked up to Sinder, I apologize, but well, signs are always there, and as we see, she's a piece of shit. So just move on. And for all the people burning her merch and whatnot, like, you literally could have sold that. So that's all I want to say about that is just keep doing you, you know, and have a good day and take care, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye bye and take care.